The buffalo has traditionally been the symbol of wealth and power, used even to pay for land. But the fact that so many are sacrificed in honor of the dead in order to impress the living has led the Indonesian government to impose limits and taxes for each animal sacrificed, as these ostentatious ceremonies end up by ruining the families. The tensest moment in any celebration is the sharing out of the meat, and there are always disputes and even fights. What each guest receives depends on many factors. For example, if they are owed a debt, they will receive a good portion as part of the payment. Noble families that are descended directly from heaven have the right to the head, the most highly prized part, and the children receive the legs. On the last day in the village of Kete, the atmosphere is completely different from the revelry of the first days. After 3 intense days of celebration, the pain and tiredness begin to show in the faces of the closest relatives. The men continue dancing the mabadong, while the women kneeling before the coffin shed their last tears, moved by the song sung by the children. The funeral is drawing to an end, and in just a few hours Mayanna will rest in peace, along with his ancestors in the sacred rocks of Rantepao. An hour later, Mayanna is taken on his final journey across the rice fields. At the same time, in the neighboring village of Rumki, another family is also preparing to transport a dead man to the sacred rocks. Though at first the procession tries to keep up appearances and maintain their composure as protocol demands in these cases, little by little the atmosphere heats up, and what was meant to be a walk of sorrow and contemplation turns into a mad dash, both families trying to see who is capable of guiding the coffin across the rice fields. The dead man is no longer the center of attention, as a real pitched battle of water and mud is unleashed. Astonishingly, from what we saw just a moment ago, Mayanna's family has managed to make the journey without too much uproar, and in less than 2 hours has reached the sacred rocks. Right at the foot of the niche, the officiating priest says the final farewell to the dead man, reading a few paragraphs from the Bible.
Kupatongan po sule kemi tontong payam bisa tamakale katuanki.
The majority of the Toraja are Christians, though, like the Bajau, they combine their new religion with animist beliefs based on a large, complicated mythology that divides all of creation to 3 worlds, each one with its own god. Mayanna has come to the end of his journey. After the celebration to pay their respects to him, he must surely be grateful and satisfied. The family, for its part, has reinforced its honor and status, strengthening bonds and demonstrating its wealth and generosity. The coffin has been placed inside the rock, along with his most beloved belongings. Then they seal forever the door to his new home. And that is a funeral in the highlands of Sulawesi, the island in the shape of an orchid.